I've been with my security company for about 6 years. Thanks to my seniority and training, I normally work day or evening shifts, leaving weekends free. But when we picked up a new contract at a strange government office building out in the middle of nowhere, a 6-story block surrounded by woods, a high fence topped with barbed wire, and one lonely road in and out, our overnight staff started quitting. My supervisor asked me to help cover weekend overnight shifts until new guards were hired. I needed extra money for a move, so I agreed. For the first couple of weekends, nothing weird happened, but on the third weekend, around AM during a heavy thunderstorm, everything changed. I was alone in the control room on the top floor, lights off, watching downloaded movies on my phone. I stood up to stretch and looked out the window at the rain. A flash of lightning lit up the trees beyond the fence, and I swear I saw someone dart from one tree to another about 20 feet away. Another flash, nothing there. I brushed it off as exhaustion, went for an energy drink, and came back to find the rear parking lot camera feed knocked out. Looking out the window, I saw the camera dangling from its wires. Minutes later, the system beeped. Someone had just accessed the back entrance with a valid code. My stomach dropped. It wasn't another guard, no one had been scheduled. I tried to call 911. Desk phone was dead. My cell had no signal. I left the control room hoping to find service, but the building went dark. Power cut. The stairwell was pitch black. I tried to move quietly down toward the lobby, but heard a door open below me, then heavy footsteps coming up the stairs. I turned and headed back up to the 6th floor, planning to hide near the roof hatch. My gun clanged against the railing, echoing through the stairwell. The footsteps stopped, then sprinted up after me. I created a diversion by slamming a door, then scrambled up the ladder to the roof hatch. As the intruder burst into the hallway, jumped back down and bolted down the stairs. We were both running full speed. By some miracle, I stayed a floor ahead until I hit the lobby. Behind me came a crash and a cry, he'd fallen. I sprinted out, unlocked my truck, and floored it. In my rearview mirror I saw him dressed in black, masked, charging out into the storm. By the time I reached the main road, my phone had signal. Police arrived 15 minutes later. We searched everything. Nothing. The only trace was what he dropped in the stairwell, a fully loaded, unregistered semi-automatic handgun. Nobody ever figured out who he was or why he'd targeted that building. That night still chills me. I've worked boring overnight shifts before, empty offices, dark garages, echoing hallways, but now every creak of a building makes me tense. Because somewhere out there, a real person with a gun had been inside with me, just out of sight, and I'll never know why.